your chest.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello, and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
What were you doing that for?
I don't know, you made a weird pause.
I was going to say something funny like, hello, boils and ghouls. But then
That's
I was
you guys.
like, I chickened out. Anyways, we're the Newlydeads. Welcome to our show. Thank you for coming back.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate all of you.
We apologize for the last 2 weeks of back-to-back repeat episodes, but due to things outside of our control, it happens. It's okay. We will continue on with our brand new episodes every week, just for you, barring anything happening.
And if you want to come chat with us, you can do that
It's a good idea.
right now in the chat.
Into the chat.
As long as it is 6:30 p.m. Central Time on a Wednesday.
Yep. You can go over to tinglertelevision.com. I'll put the address right here. And just go to the Tingler drop-down Roku option. And then it'll come up with a screen that you can watch the show on your device. And then on the right, you can chat with us. And somebody was just chatting with us last week.
Yeah, thank you for coming in and chatting with us. Joel had a fun time. He was very excited.
Oh, you were there too. I was putting...
I know, but he was like, look, someone's talking to us.
And then I was answering, and we were both talking to them. And just... I won't call them out in case they don't want to be...
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you for chatting with
We
us.
appreciate it. Join us again.
We can all be on a group chat, like a whole big orgy of chatting. A chat orgy.
A Georgie?
A Georgie.
I don't know.
So come join us.
Hey, Georgie!
Anyways, so today
And
we
1, 2.
are
I
reviewing...
made a dog appear.
Oh.
Look at that.
We're reviewing a movie, because that is what this show is about.
Yes, we will go to our local Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, Goodwill, Salvation Army, whatever, flea
Side
market.
of the road.
Yep, something that's been chucked out of a window. And as long as it's under $5 and we've never seen it, particularly horror movies, sometimes sci-fi and thrillers, we will watch it. And if you have made a film yourself and you would like us to review it, you can also send it to us as well. Or if you're a distributor of some kind and you'd like us to watch your movies for you and give them a little press, just shoot us a message at contact@thenewlydeads.com. Our assistant here, Bailey, will type back to you as fast as he can. He doesn't have thumbs, though, so he has to hunt and peck, but he's quite good. He's,
He got mad at me a second ago and scratched the poop out of my arm.
There was a big boom outside. Big boom.
It's Labor Day weekend,
So
I think that maybe people were shooting off some fireworks because it's a Labor Day weekend, because that's what you do.
it's also my birthday weekend because...
That's why they were shooting off fireworks.
Well...
They're like, it's Joel's birthday.
I was born the day after Labor Day, the year I was born. So the joke
It was
was
going
made.
into Labor Day.
So because of Labor Day, there was a birth. And I was made into human form. And here I am.
Oh, you just poofed.
I
Poofed
just,
in air.
yeah, my mom's like, she just, there you are.
And then you pooped. You made into pooped.
No, poofed. Not poop.
I said poop.
Poof. Bailey's shaking. It's all right, buddy. I got you. You're safe.
All right. So what did we watch this week, Joel?
This week we watched 2006's Tartan Extreme, Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Which, in and of itself, you're like, what is it, like a retelling of the Disney story? And we're like, no.
Doesn't look like it from
But
the cover.
kind of, sort of, I get why they called it that. But Laura here, my lovely wife, will read you the synopsis.
Yes.
And you can decide for yourself.
It says it's a surprisingly artful and stylish horror film. Okay. Seeking the much desired quality of Yul Jang, the perfect face. 17-year-old Hyun Soo. Wait, is that how you say it? I think so. Her friends are envious that she has a plastic surgeon for a mother. On their summer vacation together, she watches as her friends get plastic surgery, and then one by one they begin to die mysterious deaths. Hyun Soo's mother holds the key to the dark secrets that have been tucked away up to now.
I was making a face at Bailey and he went,
He
and he tried to
kiss
lick me
you?
right here. He missed because I moved, but he almost got me in the mouth.
He likes this movie.
Teeth, mouth, and the Big Belly Slasher. What? He likes this
If you
movie?
know, you know.
Did you like that movie? Did you like Cinderella? He doesn't know what we're talking
He said
about.
yes.
He was asleep for half of it. Plus, he doesn't read subtitles.
No.
He's all about dubbing. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying. He's always wanting to watch him dubbed.
I like the subtitles.
Yeah.
I'd much rather hear and see the person speaking their native language, whatever language they decide to speak in, because then I feel like it's more authentic and easier to watch. I get thrown off if someone's got a dubbed over thing.
It may be because Bailey doesn't know how to read, perhaps.
That could be.
He's smart, but he just, he's a dog, so he never learned how to read.
He just keeps staring over here.
Yeah, he's going to stare over that direction to where there's a sliding glass door over there. And so after the boom happened, he is going to continue to stare outside waiting for the next one.
Yeah.
Eventually he'll relax, but
I
for
think
right
he's mad
now,
at me
he's a little...
because he wanted to sit on my lap, and then I told him no.
He'll sit with me. He loves me too. Anyway, so I feel like probably the next thing we should do at this point, and the typical thing that we do at this point, is to get out the trailer from the mothballs at this point, and then we put it on so you can watch a collection of clicks at this point.
Clicks?
And see what it yields.
Yeah.
I did say clicks. I apologize.
All right, here we go.
Shoebox.
너 어디 가고 싶고 싶냐?
난 아빠 닮은 그래 난 코. 난 역시 가슴. That's right.
한숨 자고 나면 예뻐질 거야. 왜 그래?
니네 엄마한테 수술 받고 나서 내 얼굴이 변했다고. 예쁘게 고쳐줄게.
수경이가 자기 얼굴을 도려냈대. 근데 그 도려낸 얼굴이 사라졌대. 엄마한테 수술 받은 애들이 모두 죽었어.
그게 무슨 말이야?
왜 날 속였냐고! 예쁘게 해줄게. 현수야!
여기 없어. 현수는 내가 진짜야.
And we're back.
That assemblage of clips formed a trailer that you watched with your eyeballs in your face hole, and now you know all about the movie, and we'll see you next week, kids.
Just kidding.
Oh.
And I have a dog now. I have 2 dogs.
Yeah, he was sitting over here, but then I had to get up, and now he's over there. So, how about some lowdown on the hoedown?
Yes, give us the hoedown.
So I always take notes, and as we have said on the show, if you're familiar with the show, I don't know why I keep doing this accent. We were watching What to Do in the Shadows, and Matt Berry has entered my brain, and now I'm
Yeah,
just
so
doing
he's
a terrible
trying to
accent.
sound like Laszlo.
But anyway, I draw pictures, and then I write notes, and someday maybe you guys will see them. But for now,
There's a pumpkin on there.
it's a thing. Yeah, there's a little pumpkin-headed dude, and a little dude with a pointy nose, and a ghost that's smoking, kind of like Harold up there. No, that's Melvin. Sorry.
Yeah, Harold
That's
is our skeleton.
All right, so this is from 2006. It's part of the Tartan Asia Extreme line of films that was out in the early 2000s. If you're not familiar, check it out. There was probably I want to say, I didn't get an exact number, but I want to say there's probably 15 titles maybe, including Audition and Happiness of the Khat Kahuris, Anyway, I'm going to leave out one I was just about to say because it's my recommendation. But anyway, this currently sitting on the Internet Movie Database at 5.4 out of 10. So, not terrible, not great. The director of this film was Mande Bong. They did a film in 2015 called Trap, and then a movie in 2013 called Playboy Bong. And the only reason I mentioned those two is because I'll put their little images of the posters up here, but they were the only ones that looked kind of interesting. The rest looked a little bit more like lovey-dovey, kind of romantic. This was written by Kwang Soo Sun, who wrote a film called Bloody Beach in 2000, and Warriors of the Dawn, which, again, I always pick the ones that sound the most interesting, or the posters kind of catch my eye. The two primary actors in this, since I take these, or I write these down before we watch the film, I was going off of some of the information I learned about the film as far as, who was the leads, and so these were the two female leads. Shin Si-kyung, who was in a series called High Kick! ! And I thought this was a fantastic name for a television series called The Girl Who Sees Smells.
The Girl Who Sees Smells.
Yep. So
I don't know if I'd want to see a smell.
It's a series, though. It was not just one movie. It wasn't just a one-off.
Do you know what I mean, though?
Show. I mean, some of the smells that I've smelled
I don't want to see them.
Yeah,
I don't want to see them at all.
Same thing with some of the things I've seen. I don't know if I want to smell them, if that makes sense. Kind of goes both ways. But the things I've heard, I wouldn't mind smelling sometimes. And then the other person we'll mention is Do Ji-won, who was in a film called Unkind Ladies, which made me think that it was a Mean Girls ripoff.
I also don't want to smell to hear,
Unkind Ladies. And then she was in another film called General Hospital 2. The sequel, apparently. Apparently the series that has been on the air for decades needed a sequel film version. I don't know what it is, actually. That's what it was called. And I was like, that's weird. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing.
Meat? No, you said Pete and potatoes? I like that.
Bailey,
What'd you think?
Much more safe now. I was very confused. I was happy it was subtitled, number one. That was a bonus. The cinematography, the art direction, the style, everything as far as that goes, pretty on point. Special effects, decent. It was definitely some film that had money put into it.
Yeah.
But it was confusing as hell.
Yeah. There's a lot of flashbacks.
A lot of flash.
I was going to say, not too many
currents.
Yeah, just back to current. But, there's no, real line to tell you if it's a flashback or not. Partially because I feel like the woman who played the mom looks the same throughout the movie. In the flashbacks and the flash forward. So it's or the present time. So it's very hard. She doesn't age, or whatever. They don't de-age her. No. So when you're watching it, it's her
hairstyle changes slightly, but it's not enough that you're
minimal.
Oh, it's short now. Oh,
right.
It's long now. Oh, there's gray hair.
Yes. Now. I feel like that would have helped a little bit.
Because there's no time. It's not like 3 years ago or 6 months ago or 2020, whatever. There's no any indication of where you're at. You're just the only thing that you can kind of tell is once you've established who the primary characters are, the main kids in the film, that isn't the mom, once you know who's who, you can kind of tell by that.
Yes, but that took a hot minute to get there.
An instant sort of thing. The names are the only thing that kept you from kind of keeping track. Because, when they're little kids, they're just all running around doing their things. And
right.
You're like, wait, who is that? Wait.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because of that, it was a little difficult to try to figure, out what was going on a little bit. But I didn't hate it.
Also, because it's called Cinderella, I kept going, where's Gus Gus? There's no Gus Gus. In my brain, I even wrote it, where's Gus Gus? And I was very intrigued by the fact that this reminded me a lot of that other short film we watched on Antler called Human Form.
Yeah.
that we mentioned last week that I will put the poster back up here again. This film was not human form, but
It was kind of like that, but kind of not.
had-
It's sad. It was like this movie is a tragic movie. Definitely a tragedy. Definitely horror. I mean, there was like a lot of horror elements. I think that they did a fairly decent job. There's like parts in there. If you've seen like movies like The Ring or like The Grudge, you know, where they use a lot of hair, that dark hair and water kind of aspect.
There are some water elements and the creepy girl ghost thing at least twice.
Yeah, a couple of times where they're kind of that gray,
For sure.
grayish kind of color.
With the
It was confusing to figure out what was going on. A little bit like that. It was kind of confusing as to what exactly happened at the end, even. But I mean, the whole time I was like intrigued by it because I was like trying to figure out really hard like what the heck was going on, and I mean I put 2 and 2 together, not fairly quickly, but
Eventually.
yeah, Joel took a little bit to get to.
Well, the funny thing was is that I figured out what the ending was, but I didn't figure out the entire ending. And then when I found out what the ending was, I was confused, even though I had kind of figured it out earlier on.
Yeah.
So it was.
He even said he was like, oh, like that. And I'm like, yeah, like they kind of alluded to that a while ago.
Because it's hard to keep track because it's very dreamlike.
Yes.
You know, I kept expecting Nicolas Cage to show up because it was like Face Off. It wasn't about the band Cinderella. There was no Tom Kiefer singing about not being their fool. I was just very confused through it because
Well,
there's
it's just
like
the name of the movie. I mean, yeah, I guess if you call something Cinderella, you're expecting Cinderella.
like two like stepsisters and a horrible mom. Reality is the mom wasn't. I mean, she did some bad things. But
That was horrible.
she loved her, and she loved her daughter enough to do bad things to try and make her whole again. But there wasn't a stepsister per se. There was a relative. No, I can't even say that. I don't want to give too much away in case anybody wants to watch it. But
Because we recommend watching it. I mean, it's not.
I always say to watch stuff.
Do we?
No. Because Dead Sea.
Yeah, I was going to say deep water.
You know, that deep Dead Sea water. We don't recommend the mermaid's water Dead Sea deep
Are
cursed.
you sad that I took you away from Papa?
Oh, he's all right. But, you know, if you want a film that's got kidnapping, ghosts, face-off, art classes, motorcycles and helmets and birthday cakes on the ground, this might be the film for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, to be honest, it might be the film for you.
Yeah.
And I even wrote here, what in the Farkleberry Crunch? Because I couldn't figure out, because there's the girl ghost thing happening, and there's the whole face-off thing happening, and I was perpetually just in a state of like, what is going on? But it was interesting to look at.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't hate it.
Well,
I also want people to go see it, or not go see it, but find it, rent it, whatever.
you can rent it. It's out there.
Especially if you like
Buy it cheap. At $1.25.
Korean films or, you know, Japanese films even. I feel like it has
in the same lane.
Yeah, it has the same feel to it.
Because it's Korean, but it had a lot of the kind of the Japanese girl ghost thing going on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and this is what I was going to tell you last night, but I was waiting till tonight to tell you. Is I was like, I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm not getting it. I don't care anymore. I've had enough. Just get to the end. And then it got to that last sequence where there's the big kind of operation thing going on. And as we're talking it through, and as I'm kind of coming to the realization of what's happening and what's happened, even right before that, where they're searching around in the basement or whatever it was, and I'm like, okay, they started to pull me back, and I was like, okay, I'm on board now. Now I could go back and rewatch this movie and
knowing,
be like, "Good job, well done," because it was that they were doing that good of a job pulling me back in to win me over at the end, and then the end happened, and it just all fell apart. They were this close to having me champion this film, but then they made the ending what it was.
Yeah, they did kind of fall.
I don't want to get rid of these because I need them, but chuck them over there and something. Watch,
Here.
it'll explode. Oh no, it's not time for that yet. We gotta hold on to that till afterwards. But I'll just pretend I just made something explode over there. So
Oh,
that's all right.
I saw.
Yeah.
It shook the whole ground.
I can do anything with it. Not anything, but it's fun. So, but apparently you didn't have the same experience.
I didn't. Like I said, I didn't hate it.
But
You know, I
she
did.
stayed awake.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I want to watch it again, but like, you know, if I was somewhere and it was playing at someone's house or whatever, I'd rewatch it just to try to see if I could like pick up the same vibe that I did the first time. It did take me a little bit to start getting into it, and then when I did start getting into it, I was like still really confused. I mean, I literally watched the movie most of the time like this.
I mean, that was kind of the where I was at too. And we both just the whole time were just kind of like. I think we had some difficulties with the disc itself. We're having some problems. But
Oh, yeah.
that kind of took us out a little bit, but
I know. It's
not
unfortunate.
enough. Yeah, I mean, we were able to figure out and get back to where we were and watch the parts that we missed, but
Yeah.
it was a mess. I don't know. Somebody out there probably likes it. Obviously, 5.4 means that there's 50% of the people that watch it that enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would say that that's a fair. Yeah.
You almost had me.
Y'all
Mende Bong, you almost had me. You were this close.
Yeah.
So is it?
Should we rate it?
Yeah, I guess it's probably about that time, huh?
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 5,
I'm waiting to see what she comes up with.
scalpels.
Oh, Gus.
Gus-gusses?
No, there were no Gus. So scalpels, huh?
Or I could have said pretty faces.
Make me pretty. 1 out of 5 scalpels. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 1.
I'm going to give it a 2. Two scalpels.
I might be being a little hard on it, but I was so like, yes, I get it. Go. Cross the finish line, and then they said trip, fall, diarrhea everywhere. It was not a pretty scene.
Yeah, I didn't fall asleep. It's better than Deep Sea.
Dead Sea.
Dead Sea.
I'm gonna keep calling it Deep Sea from here on out. Just it's stuck in her brain now.
Deep Sea.
So
The Deep South. And I was entertained. I mean, yeah, I was trying to figure out the entire time, so it kept my interest.
if you add those two things in with the one that I gave it, then that gives it a 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Sadness.
Yeah. But
High
if
hopes.
if you don't want to watch it, but you do want to watch something else,
High hopes.
what would you recommend?
So, staying on the Tartan Asian Extreme tip, I'm going to give you a film that's sitting on the shelf over there, actually.
That's
this
a high recommendation.
Part 1, not part 2, of the film 3 Extremes, which is 3 ... Extremes, from 2004, and there was a sequel in, I believe, 2008, maybe? It's an anthology film. There's several directors in it that have done other great things. Probably the most notorious film from that, or short from that anthology, is one called Dumplings, about a woman who makes her dumplings out of something other than meat. Animal meat, I should say.
Poop?
No, it's made out of meat, just not animal meat.
It's not made out of. Yeah.
The greatest game.
Okay.
Anyway, and it's that one is the one that everybody remembers. If I remember correctly, that's what they're made out of.
It's not made out of
cream.
beef, pork. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's what I mean.
If I remember correctly. But now I'm questioning that because there was another thing I saw that was we'll not go there in case you haven't seen it. Anyway, check it out. 3 Extremes, 2004. Good way to come to this series and then expand from there. Because there's a lot of other good films in the series, including The Happiness of the Curries, which is a zombie musical. Believe it or not, fantastic. Takeshi Miike. Go see it. But that's separate. Yeah. By Takeshi Miike. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
You see an Audition or Ichi the Killer or... Anyway, moving on. So now we should tell them what we're going to watch next time.
Yeah, what are we going to watch?
So this was chosen at random, and I'm apparently somebody's smiling down on me or up at me or from over there at me or something, because when I chose the randomizer on Google, she came up with the film we've been waiting since the day we started this show that we've been talking about in low tones. It's finally happened, kids. Next week we're watching 2018's Voodoo Apocalypse. I'm so excited.
So excited. And this is his birthday weekend, so like...
It was random. This was not like
Oh
I'm going to go grab it out of the thing. This was totally 100%. We asked Google 3 times to pick a number between 1 and whatever movies are left. And the third number was 13, which is also my favorite number. There's the luchador mask.
Oh my gosh.
Person. There's guns. There's zombies. There's all kinds of stuff. So yeah, read the synopsis. I'm very excited. I haven't even read the synopsis. I just looked at the pictures.
When is this from?
2018.
18?
2018. Oh, here. Let me get rid of this. 2018.
Are you saying 18?
18.
Okay.
Like the song by Alice Cooper. 18.
Yes. White Chocolate is a rookie police officer assigned to hunt down famous drug trafficker Jimmy Vanilla. Charlie Vargas is an officer whose partner was killed by Vanilla. Together, the two team up on a wild journey to apprehend the drug trafficker that takes them through a world of black magic, Mexican wrestling, kung fu, enchanted swords, and songs that turn listeners into zombies. What? What?
This is practically the movie that started this whole show from happening.
That's...
$1.25, kids.
Do you know any of these actors?
I know nothing about this film other than what I've looked at on the pictures. That's it. I haven't read it. I haven't looked into it.
I mean, it obviously
Don't know
looks
where
like
it's
a
from.
1970s grindhouse kind of film.
I mean, I think they're essentially going for a throwback kind of thing.
I
But-
legit thought this was from the 1970s.
No, it's 2018.
18.
We're out of here, Cinderella. Sorry. That's the third explosion this episode. Whew, that's a lot of
He's
explosions.
blowing up things left and right. There's legitimately a luchador guy wearing a luchador mask.
And that's not uncommon. You know, we're El Santo fans here.
Yeah. I hardcore like Mexican wrestling.
And there's other Mexican wrestler
hardcore.
films and just that's a whole thing. A whole nother subgenre. Maybe we'll
Is
get into
he
it at
white
some point.
chocolate?
I assume that's white chocolate. I assume. I don't know. Because that's the main person on the cover. Could be the girl on the right. Could be the dude on the left. I don't know. So we should probably wrap it up instead of dwelling on this because we're running out of time.
So where can they see us?
If you'd like to find us, you can find us at thenewlydeads.com, where you can check out all the things we have to sell. You can go find all of our socials. You can check out the story of us. And
You can go to our YouTube
uh-huh.
and see snacking videos.
Yep.
And follow us
Caffeinated.
around videos. Our new favorite thing that we've been doing is the caffeinated, caffeinated. I thought you said caffeinated.
No, caffeinated.
Caffeinated, which is like a coffee review thing that we do that's really fun and have had a ton of fun doing those, for sure. We try to promote like local coffee stuff or whatever on that. So if you've got a local coffee thing that you like to do and you want to send us some coffee.
Thank you, Rocky, in advance. And also we have our code orange right now is going on because it is a Halloween season for us. Starting in
Spooky
June. It's Halloween
season.
always for us, but specifically in terms of the rest of the world, it has already started. So there's a bunch of those videos, including one that just kind of blew up. And that's at youtube.com/@thenewlydeads. You can also find us at the Witches Market in October. I'll put up the information here, sponsored by our dear friends Randy and Liz at Wolf Hollow. In Rockford, if you're in town, go stop by their store. Tell them that we sent you. And
on East State Street.
Yep.
But the
can
Witches
find
Market is going to be at the Boone County Fairgrounds.
Yep. Oh, and if you like our tattoos, go next door to Gold Rose while you're there. So while you
We're
check out
promoting
some
all
stuff
of the
at
things that we
Wolf
love.
Hollow, then go to Gold Rose and get a
Believe it or
tattoo.
not, we are not paid for doing any of
We
that.
get nothing. We get
We
nothing.
just love the people that create our spooky community here in northern Illinois.
Yeah. So I guess that's it.
Yeah. So until next week,
Keep it cheap and creepy.
bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going?
I'm gonna finish this.